everybody, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. It is an unboxing day, and today we are unboxing the LeLutka edition of Powder Pack. Powder Pack is a monthly subscription box. It's full of makeup and skins and lashes and all that kind of good stuff. The one that I'm opening is just for LeLutka Head. There is another Powder Pack for the Chenaux heads, and that comes out on the 17th. So always be sure that you know which box it is that you are buying so that you don't end up with a box for a head that you don't even have. So let's get on into this box and I will show you the HUD. You can see here that we have got 12 amazing designers for November, and you can click on each one individually and get your pack. I've already clicked on everything and it's all sitting in my inventory, so let's get started. Alright, before we get into this, I'll let you know that I'm wearing the Spencer Head by LeLutka. It is a bento head. And I'm also wearing the Agatha skin from Pumek in the tone of January. And I'm not wearing any makeup or anything like that right now, and so this will be the default face that we come back to as I am trying things on. We are starting off this month's powder pack with Zibska, and we've got 3 palettes for them: the Katarina Eyes, the Eulalia Lips, and the Fiorenza Blush. Now, you can already see right now that the lipstick doesn't work for me. I actually love the colors of Zibska's lipsticks and I love the texture, but it never works on my face. And that is something that you see a lot of with LeLutka heads. The lipsticks just don't really always work, but they're so pretty. The color, the texture is so pretty, so I kind of want to play around with this to see if I can make it work, but I'm not really sure if I can. But I am absolutely in love with the Katarina eye makeup. Now, what I really like about this, you can see that I'm wearing this kind of like bright, almost a hot pink. But if you go across the palette, you can see that it changes. So you can go from this very bright hot pink to a much more subdued, subtle tone. And all of them are like that. You see here, this kind of like this blue that fades into an almost gray blue. I love that. And then there's this black smoky that will go down into a silver. It's so pretty. I love that eye makeup. Now the blush is more of a hint of color on the face, which I actually quite like. You see, it's really subtle, but it's very pretty. So I really do like that blush. Now from the face, we have got the Galaxy makeup, and look how pretty this is. The lipstick actually fits my lips pretty well. They're still just like a little bit of a, I don't know, it's just slightly off, but still not off enough that I wouldn't wear it. And I like that my highlight is still above my Cupid's bow. And don't forget, you can play around on your HUD and kind of change how transparent you want your lipstick. I do this a lot with my lipsticks lately, just to get more of a hint of color than actually a full-blown, oh my god, that's so dark color. And this eye makeup is just, oh my gosh, look at that. That is gorgeous. That is just, wow, I love these colors. They're a little bit more than I would normally wear, but just so pretty. I kind of wish that they went into the waterline just a little bit more. I think that that would make it a lot more usable for me, but again, play around with the blending. You can really make a great look. It doesn't have to be so dramatic. It can be just the smallest hint of color. Now from Slack Girl, this didn't actually have a name, it just says Shadow, which is fine because in these, since they don't tend to sell the eyeshadow separately or the makeup separately, a lot of the times it won't have an actual name, which is okay. But these shadows are pretty cool. I honestly don't know where I would possibly wear them, but you know, that's kind of the fun of the powder pack, is sometimes you end up with things that you really didn't know that you needed until you have them and you need them. This also came with some lashes, and I don't know how I feel about the lashes. I think that the lashes are just a little bit too mascara-y looking. If we take off the eyeshadow, you can see it a little bit better, but I don't know. I mean, they're kind of cool, and sometimes you do need that look. They're a little bit too spider legs for me, but still, I never say no to lashes because I always need all kinds of lashes, so I'm pretty impressed with this palette. Now from Studio Exposure, we have got the Cute Glossy Pocket Kit. Now with the Studio Exposure HUDs, you put it on, it immediately puts the makeup on your face, and then it takes the HUD off for you. I am actually not much of a fan of the way that they do these. I love Studio Exposure makeup, but I don't really like putting on the HUD and having it go immediately on. Now for this, since it's just this lip gloss, it's really not that much of a problem, but when they do the eye makeups and the lip glosses together and it does it, that's when I don't care for it very much. But for just a lip gloss, okay, I'll deal with it. Now these lipsticks are really pretty, however the colors are a little bit much for me. Again, don't be afraid to play around with the blending. Like, I really like this color, but I like it with more of a blend. And you can see I still get a little of the shine, I get a little hint of color, and that really works better for me, so don't be afraid to play around with that. Now from Glam Affair, we have got the Ophelia Head, and this is really pretty. Now this does come in the polar skin tone. That is not going to be in your Maitreya HUD. You're going to have to actually get the skin tone, and I know some people were kind of complaining about this, that they couldn't find the skin tone easily, or that it wasn't working for the slink hands or something like that. There was like a fight about it in one of the groups I'm in earlier this week, but this is a really pretty skin. It's very pale, like very pale, and I put all of the HUDs on here just so, oh my goodness. I put all the HUDs on just so we can slip to these kind of quickly. I think this is a really lovely skin. Glam Affair does beautiful skins. The makeup is not really for me. It's just not. But if you're into this kind of look, I think it's a beautiful skin. Oh, that one is really cool. Kind of like almost like a David Bowie type of inspirational look. This is a very pretty skin. The makeups, of course, are kind of out there. They're not really for everybody, which is fine. Not everything is for everybody. But as far as really pretty skins go, hey, there you go. Now from Kolavati Beauty, which is not a store I've ever heard of before, we have got this really cool palette. And oh my goodness, those eyes, like that eyeshadow is incredible. I think I need to mod my eyes a little bit to make it look a little bit better because it's kind of going up a little bit too much on the lids for me. But check out this highlight. Hello, Fenty Beauty. What's up? Oh my goodness, let me turn to the side a little bit here so you can see it just a little bit better. That queen highlighter. My goodness. And then the wifey lip gloss. Why does this remind me of Trisha Paytas? I think it's just because it's so full. But this is a very cool look. I really like the highlighter. It's a lot of highlighter even for me, and I love me some highlighter. But yeah, that's a really cool look. I like this palette. Now from Amara Beauty, we have got the Beverly Skin, and I want to apologize again to Amara Beauty. In last month's powder pack, I completely missed their folder in the pack after I unboxed everything. I honestly did not mean to do that, and if you go to my blog, I did a whole separate blog post on the skin, so you can check it out there. But again, my apologies, I did not mean to do that. So we have got this Beverly Skin. It's so pretty. Amara Beauty does some gorgeous skins. I think they're so pretty. I will say there's one thing I don't like about the skins, and I have seen this in some other brands as well, but if you turn to the side here, you can see that the neck and the side shading, it's just a little too dark. And you can kind of see it more on the lightest shade of the skin, but it's just a little bit too dark, and I'm not sure why that is. I know that they want like the face to be more highlighted, but that doesn't mean that your ear has to be like a completely different shade than your nose. That's probably the one thing that keeps me from switching skins lately, is that I just don't care for that very harsh dark shading on the side, and a bunch of skins are doing that, and I don't really care for it all that much. But if you are not like me and you don't mind that, or you like the way that that looks, then this skin is beautiful. This is the darkest skin tone in shade 12. Amara does some beautiful dark skin tones. And this is shade 7, which is more of a tan look, which is super, super pretty. If I were to wear the skin, I would wear it in skin tone number 3. But again, the darkness on the side would just bother me to death, so I probably won't wear this unless I'm doing just a photo from the front, because I think this is beautiful, but I'm just not down with the shading. Next up from Abby Glam, we have got the Jane skin, and this is really pretty. However, again, with the side shading of the neck and the ears, it's just a little bit too dark for me. I don't know. I know that they're trying to create depth, but it's a little bit much for me. I'm actually not too fond of the eyebrows. Just the inner corners of the eyebrows, I think are a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit weird to me. Of course, there is a no brow option, so I could always just pick some other brows for that. Although I really haven't found very many brow tattoos that I actually like. But I think the skin is pretty, the skin tones are very pretty. I'm looking at them all right now with the dark brows, but there is of course a light brow option and then a no brow option. Yeah, aside from the neck shading, I think the skin is just really, really gorgeous. Now from art, we have got 3 palettes, the Vivid Eyes, the Soft Lashes, and the Eyeshadow Collection. Now these eyes are vivid in that they're not vivid in color, but in that crazy reflection that's going on in the eye. That is a bright reflection. I mean, these eyes are super, super shiny, and yeah, I'm not sure that these are eyes that you would wear every day. I think in certain photos they probably look really, really good. I can hardly tell the difference in colors though in some of the darker ones. You can tell it more here in the difference between the brown and the green, but the eye reflection, that's just so much. These soft lashes are definitely very soft, very fluttery. Art does some of my favorite lashes. In one of the recent powder packs, they did a mixed lash pack, and I wear those all the time. So these are really, really pretty. But again, I never say no to lashes, love them. And in the eyeshadow collection, the doll shadows, very pretty, so soft and pastel. Really like those. And the day shadows are a little bit brighter. I like the colors on these. These are so pretty. And then the evening shadows are a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more vivid. These are just so pretty. I love these shadows. Art does some wonderful work, so I love this. Now from Modish, we have got the Nana pack, and these eyeshadows are so cool. Like, I kind of want to do a spacey alien type of photo with them. I love the colors. I just like the way that they're drawn on. It kind of looks almost cartoonish in a way. I think that's really, really cool. Now the lipsticks, unfortunately, don't really fit my mouth. And it's not just that they don't fit, it's just that they're completely off of my mouth, which is really sad because I think that the colors is beautiful. So they have a small and then they have a large. Now I don't know if this is just because of my skin or because of my head, but yeah, that's not really working for me. I am actually sad that those don't work because I like the color so much. And then just for fun, there are little face tattoos down at the bottom of the palette. That's super cute. It kind of reminds me of making my Dragon Age avatars when I make an elf. So that's really cute. I like that. Now from Arise, we have got the Enya makeup set, and I put on my no brow skin so that we could look at these brows. These brows are very pretty. You guys know that I'm not really into the whole perfect Instagram brow thing these days. I like them to be a little bit more natural looking. but these are very pretty. I think if I play around with my brow base a little more, I could really make these work for me. And then we have these eyeshadows, which are very pretty. I think that they would look better if my eyes were a little more hooded, or I had more of a lid like the model on the HUD, but I can make these work. I really like the colors. I think the colors are pretty, and I like the sparkles. So this is a really cute palette. And last but not least, from Adored, we have got the Azra eyeshadow and the Lavish lips. Again, the lipsticks just aren't fitting on my mouth. And that could be because they were made on a different head, or I don't know, but they're just not fitting very well, which is a shame because they're really pretty. So I don't know, I might play around and just see if I can make them work a little bit better for me. And the eyeshadow is not really working for me, mostly because of the brow glitter, or I'm assuming that's supposed to be glitter. I don't really care for that look. It makes me itchy, like I just want to kind of scratch my eyebrows. And unfortunately, you can't take it off. I know that there is a button here that says remove brows on the HUD, but that doesn't actually remove the brow stuff. That doesn't remove it, because just the remove shadow would remove all of it. If it was just this wash of color around the eyes, I would love it because I think that's really pretty, but the brow glitter just doesn't work for me. I am so itchy right now. But you may love it, and it probably looks great on so many people, but for me, it's a pass. So that is Powder Pack for November. Definitely some hits and misses for me on this pack, but I think that is just the nature of subscription packs. Not everything is going to be for you, and that is okay because it might be for somebody else. If you didn't pick up this month's pack and you really want it, you will be able to pick that up in the marketplace for 3,000 Linden. And don't forget to pre-order for December's pack, and when you pre-order, you only have to pay 1,500 Linden, so it's a pretty good deal. And of course, I will have all of the information that you need down in the description box below. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up. I always really appreciate it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Also, I have a giveaway coming up at the end of this week, and it's going to be really, really good. I'm already getting some pretty great prizes for 3 lucky winners, but you do have to be subscribed to enter into the contest, so make sure that you do that. Until next time, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon!